And I'd like to go through, if I could just again, the Memorial Park and the features, including the wall of service and so forth. So go back to the beginning, if you would. Mayor, I trust I'm not going to be interrupted. This is the ARDA site that we're talking about, just so everybody can get located. Next up. And this is built on the concept plan that Calvet generated. This is a state veterans memorial park and cemetery configuration. And if you'll look at this, you'll see that the light green is what we call the perimeter park. The perimeter park. We want the Veterans Memorial Park to begin with a perimeter park that includes botanical garden, memorial gardens, world's largest U.S. flag, a mural flag that could be on the runway that is still there. It includes reflecting ponds, it includes historical markers of all kinds. It includes the names of those who have served and whose memory is being honored. It includes memorial installations of all kinds, replicas of the Iwo Jima monument on the mall in Washington, D.C., replica of the Vietnam monument. All this is possible. And it includes the El Toro Control Tower and the hangars, the historic hangars that can be repurposed together for an aviation museum. A fitting tribute, don't you think? And then finally, included in this, between those two rows of trees, is a promenade of heroes, marking all the heroes serving from the years 1942, when El Toro was first commissioned and opened, all the way to 1999. And that obviously includes World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and the entirety of the Cold War. That's what we served in. That should be honored. That should be honored in a respectful way. Whether there's a Veterans Memorial Park and whether there's a Veterans Cemetery there at all in the end. So I'd like you to just speed through the rest of them. This would be the perimeter park around the sides, so that any residents who live out there who are concerned, whether there's a veteran cemetery or not, could know that their property will be enhanced because there's a vast perimeter park built atop an 8-foot berm, 150 to 200 feet wide, in a way that encloses the Veterans Memorial Park and possible cemetery. On the perimeter park, there's an opportunity for memorial gardens. For botanical gardens, Councilmember Vice Mayor Kim, I've heard you over and over about botanical gardens. And indeed, there may be many botanical gardens in our great park, but I think one of them should be part and parcel of the perimeter park that is a part of our memorial park. And adjacent to the perimeter park, really part of it, is, as I say, the restored aircraft control tower, the iconic aircraft control tower that has seen so much, been such a part of history, coupled with the hangars. The memorial park and the perimeter park can include those original hangars that could all become part of an aviation museum that would be part of our effort. Now, if you recall from the original photo I showed, there's 35 acres adjacent to the Great Park neighborhoods, 35 acres that should be the site of a memorial forest that we plant and plant now. This is a photograph of coastal redwoods, just 10 acres of them, coastal redwoods in Carbon Canyon, right here in Orange County. They're magnificent. We can have our own urban forest, our own memorial forest, whether it's towering redwoods, whether it's poplar trees, whatever it is we may wish and the neighbors may wish. This would be part and parcel of the memorial park and the perimeter park. I'm in the home stretch, Mayor, you'll be pleased to hear. This is the view from Benchmark and Cadence. This is the view looking into the ARDA site today. Next slide, please. If we begin and construct the perimeter park, and then with another 5 years growth on the trees, this is exactly what it'll look like. This is what it'll look like. I say that especially to those who have concerns in the Great Park neighborhoods. This would add value and beauty to your property. Next slide, please. This is Cadence near Poussin Way, looking into the ARDA site. Next slide, please. With the perimeter park, this is how that would look. It's a perimeter park that is protective of the entire Veterans Memorial Park and possible cemetery later on, but it's also protective of the residents and their interests. Next slide, please. So there you have it. I've tried to lay it out